Not tuned into something super tight. Puffin' something sticky, nigga, I roll through the light. Need to hear something real just to get me through the night. I'm looking for them jackets cause I know they looking shy. Know I'ma get some game, tuned in with super tight, yeah. I get it all up from Big Bobo, from the front seat, not no photos.
If you just send me a picture.
Yeah.
I'm gonna post this picture because this is a good picture. We're gonna put this picture inside the interview.
Okay.
I'm gonna show it to my wife. You know what I'm saying? This is Vicious. Bundy was supposed to be here.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But he had to go take care of family emergency.
Yeah.
This was Bundy's rap partner, the ex-mom. You know what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm.
And that's Buddy.
Yeah.
Oh, who's Buddy? Okay.
When y'all ask me who is Buddy, so tell me about Buddy. Can you?
Buddy, the nigga who killed my cousin.
You got that from a reliable source.
Yeah. Yeah.
Where did you hear?
So, the story I heard, it was multiple people inside the hotel room. Female, I think maybe be a male and another male probably. So
Super tight exclusive.
So C went to the restroom and Buddy said, look, y'all don't say nothing. I'm going to play a joke on Pimp. And he poured something into his drink. And when he came back from the restroom, he started drinking it and almost immediately started throwing up blood. And what made me believe that, I packed C bags after he passed.
From that same hotel room.
Same hotel. I pulled back the cover of the bed and there was blood in the bed. So that's what made me believe that story to be true.
Now, we talked about this prior to us cutting on the cameras. And I never talked about it outside of saying Buddy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And this guy was from Jackson, Mississippi.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We're not going to mention anybody that was around him that knew him in Jackson, Mississippi. We'll just concentrate on him.
Yeah.
And like you and I said that you had heard the same thing, that he was going around bragging.
Yep.
That he had done this.
Yep.
What?
Yes. In the streets of Jackson.
And I heard it from someone who at one point really didn't know I was even affiliated with Pimp, but we were associated through a former organization I was with.
Yes.
And we just got to talking. He said, hey, man, what's up with Buddy? And I was like, I've heard this and heard that. It's like, man, well, what you heard is true because I'm from Jackson.
Yes.
And that's how that went.
And he said that he had heard the rumors of him going through, or he had witnessed them.
He had heard it. Yeah.
And there was nothing found.
That's what that's my nurse, because my wife is a nurse now.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and she's gonna ask some medical questions, and what she's asking is, what no traces or nothing found in the what do you call it, autopsy, or the what's the thing called when toxicology report.
So no, and why I think what messed it up, and I'm gonna just say it like this.
Yes.
People did so much maneuvering around the autopsy to protect what was they might have thought was going to show up. So that kind of changed the outcome of what really came out.
In other words, they weren't looking for that.
They wasn't looking for that.
What you think they were looking for? Drink?
They was looking for drink.
And they found small traces of that. Not enough. They did say it wasn't enough to kill. Now, y'all do know they said it wasn't enough to kill him.
Yeah.
And he had a prescription for that. And they tried to blame it on sleep apnea.
Yeah.
And them both is what took him out, is what the coroner's report said.
But you know, mama died saying my baby was poisoned with cyanide. Her wish was to raise up enough money to have the body exhumed.
Yes.
To do her own independent one. But she died having that feeling.
Let me ask you a question.
And after so long, you won't find something.
Yes.
That's what I'm about to ask my wife.
Yeah.
Unless you looking for that.
No, I'm just saying.
No,
No,
I'm just saying.
if they exhume the body now, it's too late.
You probably won't find that
It's 15 years later.
because it's hard to find just regularly. So
Golly.
yeah.
Wow.
No, that come from apple seeds.
A natural source.
That's why you ain't supposed to grind up apple seeds in your smoothies.
Kill yourself.
Wow.
You're teaching me something. So, I make jokes all the time, try to make light, because, I get on people's pages, and because, we love them.
Yeah.
And, with this Tupac situation going on with Keefy D,
Mm-hmm.
I was like, man, they need to be trying to solve Pimp's murder. In other words, to let us rest.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Because, we can always say allegedly, but this guy's already passed.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead. You had a question.
No, go ahead.
Yeah, he's already passed. So it's not that we want him prosecuted or anything like that, because I heard he went out in a similar fashion.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Same thing I heard.
Yes. So,
and before him, I heard his brother ended up getting pretty much chopped up in a like the farm. They had those tractors.
yes.
Yeah.
His brother, I believe, got caught into that and got ground up.
Was that, do you think that was an accidental death, or was that somebody ran over him like that?
I think that was intentional.
I say,
Yes.
how you
Because I heard that he was into a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
So we're not going to mention what he was into
Right.
or anything like that.
Yeah.
But we just know. No, the people that he was involved with are still here.
Yeah. For real.
Yeah.
You gotta say their names.
Yeah.
There's no names to say.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's a sad situation.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But, I had a dream about Chad last month, bro.
Wow.
That's how, didn't I tell you that? I said, bro, and it's like, it's some things that you never shake. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Never ever shake. And if maybe something like that would have helped us get over it. You know what I'm saying? Because I had never been involved with somebody that I was as close to like that pass away so suddenly like that. Everybody I know passed, we knew they were sick or something like that. But just what? You know what I'm saying? And it left us in such a situation with so many unanswered questions.
You talking about dreams. The early morning before he was found, to this day, that was the worst dream I ever had. I had a dream. It was so crazy. I was in his high rise when I had this dream. And it shook me so bad until I went down to the little area where the internet and the coffee section was, and I couldn't fall asleep.
Yes.
But the dream was I had a dream that a cobra snake, huge cobra snake, had engulfed somebody. And all I could see was white shorts. Chad always walked around the house in white boxes.
White boxes on.
A few hours later, while I was down there, I'm on the internet looking, just because he should have been home by now anyway.
Yes.
Because he had a PO meeting.
Yes.
So I was always the one who could see if he done changed his flights.
Yes.
Or he would call me to change the flight.
Yes.
And I noticed he didn't. So I'm looking at the time. He's not answering his phone. So I'm still just monitoring it. So later on, I tell Shannara, hey, he about to miss his flight. And he got PO today. He never missed PO. He'll miss anything but a PO.
Yeah.
And I said, look, they know you were there in the room with them. Call the hotel. Ask them to go see make sure your husband is up. She did. Time went by. She got a call from the sheriff, and she dropped the call. We immediately knew something was wrong.
What you mean she dropped the call?
The call dropped from the
accidentally, like?
Well, the sheriff, I think so. The sheriff, she got a call, and the call ID said Sheriff's Department of LA or something like that. And she lost signal with him. So she called back, and that's when they said, you need to get out of here.
They didn't tell y'all what, or just said just come.
They didn't tell us what we assumed, but this is what's crazy. Somebody called another guy from our team. Somebody else called Mike Mo and it's like, man, I heard your boy dead. But we hadn't got the official word.
That's so. Ooh.
How would they know?
Exactly. So they calling people that knew C.
Yes.
That they had to connect with. I think, and this is something you can probably ask Munn too, because I think he got another call too.
Before the official word.
Before the official.
What day was that on? Was that on that Monday or did y'all get it on that Tuesday?
On that day, on that Tuesday.
How long you think he was laying up in there, Edgar?
Oh, it was...
I talked to him Saturday.
I did too.
I talked to him. We were talking about the Scarface album.
Yeah.
We did back and forth, and then I was at a show, and I texted him that whole jamming, bro.
Yeah.
And that Scarface album was coming out on that Tuesday.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that same day, because that was his release party.
Yes.
And when I talked to him, he had just left 3-6 Mafia House. And he had learned a new program or something on the computer. Yeah. And he's like, hey, I'm about to step on their necks with this. And that's all we talked about. He was in good spirits. He was having fun.
Yes.
And so when I'll probably have to send you this picture too. C used to always get on me about burning candles and not putting them out while I go to sleep. And for that, I get on my wife as well.
Yeah.
I get paranoid about leaving the candle burning.
Yes.
So he always got on me about that. So when I packed his bags, the first thing I saw, two things I saw. The first thing was the candle had burned completely down.
I heard about this too.
The second thing, his bag was packed neatly. Did that sound like C?
No. No.
So that's the first two things that made me look like, nah, this ain't right.
So what's going to shock a lot of people is that no one ever knew that there was other people in the room. I mean, I'm going to say some people did.
Yeah.
That's what I'm like.
Yeah, but
other people and he.
But you know, the masses, the majority of people don't know that. They think it was just him in there and he just passed away.
Yeah.
It's tough, bro.
And for a long time, I faulted myself for not being there.
I was about to ask you because
we always, now that's a story too. We always had to join rooms. I always had access to them.
Yeah.
And I know this is going to probably stir up some things, but I got to say it because that's how I feel. I always thought it was something suspicious from day one. I never told C I had to work. So apparently his wife told him, okay, rewind. Mama was like, I thought you had to work. This is why they was already gone. Like, nah, where you get that from? Well, Shanard told C you had to work so you couldn't go on the trip.
Wait a minute. Huh? Wait a minute.
So by her telling him I couldn't go, stopped me from going. If that would have never happened, I would have been out there. Second thing, what was odd to me, he wanted a car service to drop him to the airport, drop him and her to the airport. Mm-hmm. So she wanted to drive the Bentley, leave it at the airport. Big argument was, who wanted to leave a Bentley at the airport?
Yes.
Not only was it parked at the airport, it was parked in a tow zone.
Illegally.
He called me. It's like, Ed, he said a few choice words about it. I left my Bentley parked in a tow zone, and you got the extra key, go move the car. Instead of me moving the car, she flew back to move the car, which left him
alone.
That bothered me for a long time, too.
And see, I didn't know. I found that out later, that she was there.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that part until maybe 10 years later. It's been 15 years now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, about 10 years later, 5-10 years later. I was like, she was there?
The only thing that eased me about that was the other story with what was seen about the stuff being poured.
Yes.
that made me change my whole thought process on what was running through my mind. Because, you know, at the time.
Alibi.
Yeah.
It does seem quite suspicious, though. I mean,
allegedly, y'all. Allegedly, y'all.
It's all alleged, because I know y'all gonna.
I'm gonna tell you right now. My wife is true crime to the heart.
The gears is grinding.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And stuff like that you see in movies.
Yeah.
You make sure you're here, so they see you. Allegedly, y'all. I'm just because you and I have know some things that we're not gonna say online because everybody would be like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Not just you and I think you and I and maybe one other person. So a couple other people. That is wild. And you know, last time I saw Bird, I told you this story before the camera came on. Bird said he walked in on Mama while she was living on Shreveport Ave, right?
Yeah.
Came in through the garage like we always did. And he said as he was coming in the house, she was finishing a argument on the phone with someone.
Yeah.
And all he could hear her say was, "Baby, you didn't own it while he was alive and you ain't gonna own it now." And he didn't know what that was about. And he said, "Mama, who was that?" She said, "That was that Larry nigga. Old buddy."
Yeah.
And he said that he owned UGK now.
Now, here's why he thought that.
I already know why, but you could tell us.
I'm not sure the total amount.
He said that on the phone.
He gave C like $100K.
Put another
million.
zero. Yes.
So that's motive there. Because, I mean, look, if common sense, if you got two people that own one company,
yes,
one person dead,
yes,
is your company.
No. He didn't say he owned UGK Records.
Oh, he owned UGK.
Yes, that's what he said.
Wow.
That's pretty big of you.
Yes. So this is Bird telling me, so I always have to say, I don't care who tells me, we're going to always cover ourselves, allegedly.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But just that all these stories we're connecting dots like Tom Keaton.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You know who Tom Keaton is, right? Okay. We're connecting the dots like Tom Keaton or whatever his name is. Keaton, the officer.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Who helped Vlad solve this Tupac, the Keefe D case.
Yeah.
So, it's strong.
Yeah.
It's strong.
And that number, I can believe that because he had it.
Yes.
He had it.
I heard some strange things about Buddy.
And this was 2006. He had it.
Yes.
I'm just like, don't joke with me and put nothing in my drink.
Well, maybe he knew what he was putting in the drink.
Well, duh,
Yeah.
obviously.
Yes.
That's what I mean.
Because the boy would walk around with a case of unopened lean in the box.
Yeah, I heard that.
Yeah.
They say he could walk right up into a Walgreens and go get it.
Yeah.
Like he was the pharmacist. I got that from a reliable source in Los Angeles.
Yes,
so if I'm hearing it, me and you have never talked about this.
Never.
So we on the same page.
Yeah.
This is some crazy shit, Ed.
Yeah.
It really is.
This is really, really some crazy shit, man. And rest in peace to the pimp, bro.
Yeah.
No, long live the pimp.
Yes, sir.
And
man, you know, it's at one point too, me and Big Mitch talked about this.
yeah,
He had a song, It's So Hard. That song, Living This Life.
yes.
Talking about I don't want to do this no more.
Bro, I couldn't listen to that song until probably 3-4 years ago.
He was in a tug of war with his mama and his wife. And for one day, I felt what he went through.
Yep.
because they was pulling me like that, trying to make arrangements for the funeral.
Oh.
Until I totally just handed it over to my mama.
Yeah.
I'm like, I can't do this no more. I need you to step in and help me, because mama, my family, but legally, this is wife. Ain't too much you can do legally.
Right.
So I'm trying to play, all right, look, give this to get that.
Yes.
And something happened in between where everything just got blown out of the water. And I'm like, you know what?
As funerals tend
You know who
to
I feel?
do
You know who I
sometimes.
feel so bad about? For Christian.
Chris.
It's your girl Jazzy K with Super Tight TV. We want to thank everyone that's been watching. Hey, if you do us a favor and hit that subscribe button, also press the notification bell so you can be notified every time we drop a new video.
No, I'ma get some game tuned in with Super Tight, yeah. I get it all up from Big Bobo, from the front seat, not no photos.